While visiting America, a young Japanese textile salesman named Kiichiro Toyoda witnessed firsthand the booming production at Ford's factory. As he watched Model Ts roll off the assembly line, Toyoda thought, "I can build cars even better than this." However, when Kiichiro Toyoda told his father he dreamed of building horseless carriages, the textile tycoon dismissed it outright. "Forget those noisy contraptions. This family weaves cloth." Of course, Kiichiro disagreed. After seeing Ford's factories, Kiichiro's obsession with four wheels and pistons only grew. He aimed to prove his old-timer wrong, even if it meant building Japan's auto industry right from under his father's nose. Little did his father know that Kiichiro would build a car company competing with the best. It was no smooth road for Kiichiro. His journey met family objections, government restrictions, the ravages of war, and impossible odds. Yet somehow he persevered. How did he manage to overcome it all and build Toyota into the empire it became today? The story begins not with Kiichiro Toyoda, but with his father, Sakichi. Born in 1867 in the small farming village of Yamaguchi-mura, Japan, now Kozai City, Shizuoka Prefecture, young Sakichi was expected to follow his family's farming tradition. But fascination with machinery, inspired by his carpenter father Ikichi, led him down a different path. Eager to learn, 18-year-old Sakichi left home to study loom invention and weaving. Before long, he was making a name for himself. Within just 5 years, he had patented his first loom. But Sakichi wasn't just an inventor, he was a thinker and problem solver. He revolutionized the Japanese textile industry with his unique approach to challenges. His 5 whys method of asking why repeatedly to uncover the root of a problem, and his 5S method, sort, set in order, shine, standardize, sustain, became essential tools for continuous improvement and efficiency. These principles weren't just technical strategies, they were a philosophy guiding his work and later, the core values of Toyota. Sakichi's innovation laid the foundation for what would become Toyota's loom works. The brilliance that brought Sakichi success was a blessing and a burden at home. While the world praised his genius, his wife Tommy found herself alone, watching her husband toil endlessly over machines, a passion consuming him and leaving little time for family. Frustrated and longing for more, Tommy packed their belongings and moved with young Kiichiro to Nagoya. For Sakichi, textiles were his whole world and inventing was his passion. When he created the Toyota automatic weaving mill in 1911, it was the realization of his dream. He loved the sound of the clattering looms, which were like music to his ears. His hands never rested, constantly fine-tuning and tinkering to perfect his mechanical orchestra. Despite his all-consuming passion for inventing, the void left by his absent family ate at him. For all his success, it could not fill the hole left by losing Tommy and Kiichiro. Meanwhile, Kiichiro came of age, born on June 11, 1894, with his father's ingenious spark. Kiichiro's path seemed destined. After graduating top of his Tokyo Imperial University class in 1920, he longed to reconnect with his roots. Returning to his father's side, they found common ground in their shared passion for machinery and invention. Kiichiro entered the world his father created, filled with the hum of looms and rhythm of industry. His interest bloomed until a trip out west opened his eyes to something more: the automobile. This engineering marvel fascinated him in a way he couldn't shake. Back in Japan, by 1924, Kiichiro's focus shifted. Though his hands still worked the looms, his mind raced with gears, engines, and open roads. His father, lost in textiles, couldn't see it. But Kiichiro's heart was set. In secret, he delved into car manufacturing, seeing not just a machine, but a future. While his father's dream had built a thriving industry, Kiichiro looked further, envisioning a future where cars would revolutionize how people live and move. When Kiichiro's father Sakichi passed in 1930, he left behind a thriving family textile business. Now the reins fell to Kiichiro, who eagerly yet anxiously took the lead of Toyota Automatic Loom Works. Inheriting the family business, Kiichiro envisioned transforming it far beyond weaving and looms. In 1933, he made a bold move establishing an automotive department within Toyota Automatic Loom Works. Dedicated Kiichiro prepared multiple prototype vehicles and researched gasoline engines. By 1934, the division produced its first Type A engine, marking Toyota's official automobile industry entrance. Kiichiro's first creation, the sleek Model AA sedan, caused a sensation when unveiled in the 1935 Tokyo Motor Show. Crowds gathered around the vehicle, marveling at its curved lines and domestic engineering. The public buzzed with excitement over this proudly Japanese-made car. The Model AA didn't just sell well, it propelled Kiichiro to auto industry stardom in Japan. By 1937, Toyota surpassed sales projections, selling over 1,000 units. But Kiichiro wasn't one to sit still. He knew he could do even better. That year, he traveled to America, visiting Henry Ford's booming car factory. Walking the busy assembly lines, the cacophony of machinery and smell of hot metal inspired Kiichiro's ideas. He aimed to take mass production further. Returning to Japan, he didn't just copy what he'd seen. He took it to the next level, devising his Toyota production system built on two game-changing concepts: just-in-time production and jidoka. Just-in-time meant getting parts only when needed, cutting waste and costs. Jidoka meant immediately finding and fixing mistakes before they create bigger issues. Together, these revolutionary ideas helped Toyota outpace American automakers in both quality and cost. By 1938, Toyota's output increased tenfold, reaching over 10,000 vehicles annually. As popularity grew, Toyota opened a second major factory to meet demand. But storm clouds loomed ahead that would engulf Japan and challenge the company. In 1937, Kiichiro Toyoda accelerated Toyota to the pinnacle of Japan's booming auto industry. But suddenly, his ambition smashed into a roadblock as the Sino-Japanese War erupted between Japan and China. The government swiftly mandated severe restrictions, appropriating over 50% of Toyota's production capacity for military needs. Kiichiro watched in dismay as his proud automobile factories abruptly retooled for war. Where transmissions were once built, weapons now took shape. As World War II progressed, Toyota fell under complete government control, becoming military contractors. Then Allied bombing raids battered Toyota's facilities, reducing entire buildings to twisted metal and debris. Surveying the rubble, Kiichiro grappled with whether his automotive dreams could rise from the ashes. But Kiichiro knew Toyota must be ready to rebuild when peace returned. He quietly approved passenger car R&D despite restrictions, persisted with preparations for future demand. Toyota mechanics meticulously disassembled damaged U.S. military vehicles, gaining insights into advanced American technology. When World War II ended, Japan's economy was devastated. However, Kiichiro rallied Toyota for recovery. He convinced officials to lift auto production restrictions, paving the way for Toyota's revival. With acute shortages of materials, Toyota gradually manufactured new passenger car designs to meet explosive post-war demand. Kiichiro's tireless leadership ensured Toyota emerged from the war stronger than ever. By 1947, 2 grueling years after Japan's defeat, Kiichiro finally initiated monthly production of 500 Toyo Pet cars under the model SA. On the factory floor, workers grinned with pride as the first vehicles gingerly rolled off the cobbled-together assembly line. This small but mighty achievement symbolized Toyota's resilience. However, restarting mass production was an uphill battle. Toyota's facilities were decimated, leaving engineers improvising with scrap parts and exposed wiring. But Kiichiro poured everything into manufacturing again through intense hands-on work alongside employees. His relentless R&D tested new techniques to drive innovation. In 1950, he sent his cousin Eiji Toyoda to train at Ford's cutting-edge factories, gaining insights into American production. By adopting techniques like Kaizen, Kiichiro empowered workers to lead improvements. This culture fueled Toyota's rebirth. But the endless stress exhausted Kiichiro. His tireless drive to rebuild Toyota often came at the expense of family time. Kiichiro's wife and children saw less of the devoted father and husband they cherished as his health deteriorated. However, Eiji Toyoda and other Toyota leaders were determined to carry Kiichiro's legacy regardless of the obstacles. Through sheer perseverance, Kiichiro ensured Toyota emerged from post-war desolation to sell over 9.5 million cars annually by the 1960s. His spirit endured in the heart of the company he built from the ground up.
Big news for Toyota. Kiichiro Toyoda has been inducted to the Automotive Hall of Fame.
Toyota stands at a crossroads of innovation and sustainability. Founder Kiichiro Toyoda's passion for efficiency revolutionized manufacturing through the Toyota production system that still propels them today. This fueled Toyota's innovative spirit, seen with the 1966 Corolla launch, their first global hit known for quality and affordability. In 1989, they launched Lexus, proving Toyota could make luxury vehicles too. Toyota's pioneering attitude continued with the 1997 Prius, positioning them at the forefront of hybrid tech. By 2020, Toyota was an industrial giant, selling over 9.5 million vehicles annually and around the world, with around 375,000 employees worldwide. Revenue hit $250 billion in 2022. Last year, Toyota kept the #1 retail spot in America for the 11th time, with eco-friendly hybrids making up nearly a quarter of sales. Popular models like the Camry, RAV4, and Highlander led their segments. Moving forward, Toyota plans to expand their hybrid lineup and launch new electric cars, working towards its 2050 carbon-neutral goal. They're also investing in solid-state batteries and autonomous vehicles. By embracing new tech while staying true to their roots, Toyota aims for responsible growth, driven by humility and environmental care. Kiichiro's original vision still navigates them, focusing on sustainability, circularity, and mobility. His timeless spirit of grit and innovation will power Toyota as they take on new opportunities to shape the future of transportation.